So what's it like living in Pleasanton, California? What's up everybody, I'm Cooper Eisenmann, full-time real estate agent in the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas with Keller Williams. And if you're new to my channel or you've never seen me before, I am a full-time realtor servicing the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas. That would be Livermore, Pleasanton, San Ramon, Danville, and Alamo. So if you need anything whatsoever buying, selling, or investing in residential real estate, I am the person to talk to. Call or text me directly. My number is in this video and in the description. Having grown up there and living there most of my life, it's all I really know, and it's a very similar vibe to the rest of the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas. But if you're someone who's moving from out of state or a smaller town and coming to the East Bay, it might be quite a shock to you and feel like it's very crowded and there's a lot of people. But someone moving from, say, somewhere like Los Angeles or New York or even San Jose, it could feel like a step down as far as capacity goes and how many people live there. But to me, Pleasanton seems like the perfect medium between a city that's very, very crowded with things stacked on top of each other and everyone lives in apartments and there's a lot of action going on all the time, and a little bit of a less crowded city, maybe a place like Tracy, California, if you've been to Tracy, or Stockton or something like that in regards to population specifically. Yeah, there's a lot of people. It's busy. There's definitely traffic on the freeways during prime time hours, and there's a lot of homes, and it's a very popular area, and people come here because of what it has to offer. But to me, and I know to a lot of my clients and other people I know, the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas, Pleasanton, Livermore, San Ramon, Danville, Alamo, it's very family oriented. This is not a place you're gonna come to and expect a bunch of partying or a crazy nightlife or anything like that. And it's most definitely not a place you're coming to be off the grid. So it's kind of in the middle of those two things. It's a traditional suburb, and they've done a very good job in the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley of adding all the amenities you could ever need without needing to travel far at all. So Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Targets, Walmarts, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out, like all the things that you could imagine are really at your fingertips, at your disposal, without you needing to go anywhere, and also most definitely not needing to live in a massively populated city. So living in Pleasanton, just try to imagine, kids' sports leagues on the weekends and during the week, farmers markets on the weekends, downtown street closures, car shows, nice grocery stores, nice gas stations, things like this, like the traditional suburban town or city. And that's exactly what Pleasanton is, and it's very similar and almost identical to the cities of Livermore, San Ramon, Danville, Alamo. All of these cities that I work in, that I cover, are pretty similar in that regard. The biggest differentiator between these areas is home pricing, types of housing, whether new construction is available or not, whether there's high-end luxury homes, and if so, where are they located, how many are there more condos and townhomes in one specific city, do the homes that are available have typically larger backyards or smaller backyards, how far from the freeway entrances are most of the neighborhoods in any given town, how many farmers markets do they hold in any given town, how many community events does each town or city have, things like that. So those are the biggest differences between the cities. And then of course, location wise, most of my clients work in tech, and if they do need to commute, they're going to the South Bay or Peninsula. So that makes a big difference depending on what city you're going to buy in. For example, if you're living in Pleasanton, you're going to be the most southern city to the South Bay and Peninsula that's still in the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley. If you live in Alamo, you're going to be the most northern city or town from the South Bay and Peninsula out of the region that I cover. So on any given day, that could be a 30-minute difference in commute time, which to some people is a deal breaker, and they would elect to live in Pleasanton as a result of that. So a typical day in Pleasanton for a family, being that most of my clients do have families, would probably look like kids' sports practice during the week or a kids' sports game on the weekend. Maybe you go to dinner in downtown Pleasanton, and then you go to the dairy for some soft serve ice cream after dinner. Right now, obviously, it's summer, so on some Fridays in downtown Pleasanton, they do concert in the park. So maybe you go to dinner, go to the dairy, get an ice cream, and then enjoy a concert in the park in downtown Pleasanton, where they kind of close off the grassy area off of First Street in Pleasanton and have a live band playing. Tons of people go there, tons of families, kids. They set out blankets and lawn chairs, and they just hang out, have a good time, and listen to some live music. As far as kids' sports leagues go, if you do have kids and they do play sports, the Pleasanton Sports Park is most likely where most of their practices or games would be, which is located in the middle of Pleasanton off Hop Yard Road next to the Parkside community in Pleasanton. And they have a massive park, huge grass lawn areas, a skate park, barbecues, benches, a ton of baseball diamonds, football fields at the end, playgrounds, batting cages, etc. As far as commuting goes in Pleasanton, if you live on the northeastern side of Pleasanton, you will likely take the 580 freeway to the 680 South Junction. If you live on the west side of Pleasanton or the south side of Pleasanton, you'll likely just get right onto the 680 South and commute to work, being in the Peninsula or South Bay. Depending on where you live, it's not going to be too much of a difference as far as commute time goes. It may add an extra 10 minutes to your drive, 5 minutes. If you do live on the northeastern side and you need to take that 580 to 680 junction, or depending on what time of day, your phone and your maps may just tell you to go through town right to the 680 South freeway entrance. As far as fun things to do on downtime or during the weekends, if you're a golfer, you can play at one of the many fabulous golf courses that are here locally. You can go to one of the many events that I mentioned earlier, or the farmers market on the weekend, or one of the many amazing parks we have that all offer little different things, including water features or large slides, playgrounds, turf soccer fields, skate parks, etc. So I really want to reiterate, this is a super family oriented area to be. If you're a single person that likes a nightlife, Pleasanton might not be the best option for you, maybe for living, but you're going to be a little bit further away from those things you really like to do, like say a Walnut Creek might offer, or of course in Oakland or a San Francisco or something like that. Pleasanton is also known for its top ranked public schooling. So a lot of my clients are moving here not only for proximity to work, but because the public schooling that is offered here really stood out to them. So out of the several public schools that we have between elementary, middle, and high school, I think both the high schools are rated 9s out of 10s. All of the middle schools are between 8 and 10. There might be one ranked 7. And then all of the elementary schools are 7 and up, with I think one being ranked a 6. So the city itself is well manicured, it's well taken care of, it's nice to be in, it's safe to walk down the streets, it just has a good feeling associated with it. And it's another reason why I think so many people are coming here if they're moving to the Tri-Valley or San Ramon Valley and opting to choose Pleasanton specifically. Now, a lot of cities in this area do offer the same things. So if you're a little bit confused, if you've never visited here before, or if you've only been here a couple times, but you know you will be moving here eventually, contact me, call or text me directly. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have, and most importantly, help you buy or sell a home if that's what you're looking to do. So reach out to me directly. Call or text is always best for me. My number is going to be down here in the video as well as in the description. I hope you found this video somewhat helpful, as a little bit more insight as to what Pleasanton offers and what it looks like. And if you need anything else in the future, just call or text me directly, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.